Yeah, why now? All right, stand for the pledge. Judge, would you lead us to the pledge?
My pleasure.
Absolutely.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everybody. And thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
It's nice to have you here.
Good to be here.
Absolutely. All righty. This is our 42nd meeting of the year. It is Thursday, October 23rd at 10:06 a.m. in the morning. And my God, this month is almost gone. I can't believe it. Halloween will be here, then Thanksgiving, and then Christmas, and 2026. Another year older. Boy, oh boy. Okay, we will begin with public comments. Your name and address for the record. And we'll give you 3 minutes, but we have a very, very tight schedule today. So I don't want to be rude and have to say, hey, time's up, but let's do it. Yes.
Good morning. My name's Chris Harris. I live in Canfield. I and a group of folks do weekly prayer vigils at the jail and at Core Civic to pray for detained immigrants. And I have a couple stories I'd like to tell you today. The first is a group of 3 women from Springfield who were arrested in July and just recently received a restraining order that they will not be deported. But the judge also commanded the jail to provide better health care for these women who are suffering from health issues. So this becomes a civic liability, a civil liability. Also, last week at the jail, while we were praying, we met a mother and her 2 young sons, probably 7 and 5. They were coming to the jail to visit her husband, their father. He has been in jail since June. He's an immigrant. He has work papers. He's in jail. His sons have no father right now. They are looking at deportation. So at this point, these boys are going to grow up without a father. They're going to grow up in a broken home. This becomes a community imperative because now we are responsible for those kids and we know what happens to young boys who grow up in a broken home. This is a moral burden that we all are carrying, especially you folks, the leaders who signed the contract with ICE and are detaining people in our county jail. So I will thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you.
And you, when you have your prayer groups,
Yes.
you pray for all the women who've been raped and murdered, the big cases we hear about.
The big cases.
But you do pray for all those,
The
right?
vast majority
You
of
pray
those
for those
immigrants,
people? I'm just
we
asking a
pray,
simple question.
we pray for everyone.
God
And
bless
we
you.
pray
Thank
for
you so
you
much.
too.
Thank you so
We
much.
pray
I
for the
appreciate that.
administration and the staff.
Awesome.
We pray
Awesome.
for the
Awesome.
immigrants, the
I just hope
vast
that
majority of
people forget
whom
those names.
are on civil cases, not criminal.
Okay.
They do not have any criminal cases.
Well, they came here
against them.
illegally though? Is that the civil
That's a
case now?
civic, that's
Okay.
a civil.
Okay, thank you
It
very
should
much.
not be in jail.
Okay, thank you. Just so I want to make sure we offer prayers for
Okay.
everyone because it's very
3 months in
important.
jail for nothing
Thank you.
except a civil offense.
Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Next.
Hello,
How you doing?
doing well. First time in here, thank you.
Good. Oh,
My name's Devlin and I live in Youngstown. And I thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak with you today. As a citizen of the great state of Ohio, I am deeply troubled by ICE's blatantly illegal activities, both in our state and across the nation. I'm talking about crimes like kidnapping, false imprisonment, and even murder. But leaving issues of morality aside for the moment, I would like to address the potential fiscal impact on our county should we be found liable in a court of law for assisting ICE in the commission of these obvious crimes. As a lawyer who specialized in civil litigation, I can assure you that any municipalities even perceived as potentially assisting ICE will be named as co-defendants in the thousands of lawsuits coming down the judicial pipeline. Given the intentionally sadistic nature of these crimes, it is highly likely that massive punitive damages will be awarded. So as a matter of risk assessment, These are not remote possibilities, in my opinion. These are likely outcomes. Should Mahoning County be found co-liable, any such damages awarded would come at the direct expense of the people of this county. That means less money for schools, for roads, for snow plowing. We simply cannot afford to let this happen on any level. Commissioners, do you know for a fact that Sheriff Green has not assisted ICE in any illegal arrests and detention?
100% confidence.
Do you have documentation that we can present in court to prove Mahoning County did not materially assist ICE in any way that led to an illegal detention, including allowing them access to our network of surveillance cameras?
I'll answer all that with one comment. We have prosecutors who looked at it, we've had judges, everybody else who's looked at this contract. It's totally legal. And for you and your hypothetical, when we get sued for whatever because you want to keep these people in this country illegally.
Thank you, Commissioner. I'm not finished, actually.
Well,
As I'm sure you are well aware, Mahoning County continues to be paid $125 per day to detain roughly 110 individuals for alleged federal immigration violations. It is estimated that we will make $4 million from their detentions in 1 year alone. Our legal liability is without question, should it turn out that any of these individuals were wrongfully detained before being transferred into our custody. Both legally and morally, we have an affirmative duty to confirm the legitimacy of these arrests, especially now that we've been put on notice by ICE's repeated and well-documented disregard for due process. Commissioners, do you know for a fact that each and every one of the roughly 110 individuals currently held in our custody have been afforded their full due process rights? Do you have documentation that would allow us to prove that in court? Sheriff Green has gone on record as saying that he assumes all due process and chain of custody requirements were adequately met by ICE. We cannot afford to make assumptions. We must demand full and proper documentation for each detainee in our custody. This is not optional. I thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you. Next. Alex.
Sneering at citizens is not very nice, Commissioner.
who said that? Who
I said that.
What did you say?
You sneering at people.
Who am I
because they-
staring at? Do you ever watch these meetings? I smile all the time, sir. You're out of line. It's not your turn.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay. Yes, sir.
Morning, guys.
How you doing?
Good, how are you? I'll pass these out to you guys. Forgive crudity of the language.
Thank you.
Explain.
Good morning. My name is Alex Manji, Canfield, Ohio. Commissioners, good morning. First time caller, long time listener. I'm with the auditor's office. I do not speak for the office, but I speak for myself. I want to address a couple things here. The last week, a series of text messages have been released concerning our current clerk of courts, Michael Saccone. And I was debating whether or not to bring this up today, but since I was involved in a few of these messages and also my employee, I think we have to address this. It's one thing for Michael to go after me. I don't care. I'm a big boy. I can take it. But my employee is a different story. In these messages, he called her a very derogatory word. It's very inappropriate. It's embarrassing, and it is very hurtful to her. Her family has seen this. Her friends have seen this. Coworkers and the public have seen this. And it is wrong and unprofessional. So on that point, I'm going to ask Michael for an apology here. It's required. It's not too late to be a decent human being here and apologize for this. I want him to know he needs to step up and be a man and say, I'm sorry.
This is
A
horrible.
person here,
This
works for
guy's
me.
nuts.
She's a great worker, wonderful person. She handles all of her fee slips, thousands of dog tags every year. She helped roll out the CABS program for us with the attorneys with the electronic filing. She handles all of her licenses, cigarette licenses, vendor licenses. She works with the public and also other offices. We're very proud of her. She comes to work on time. She does what we ask her to do. She's a great overall person, volunteers in the community. I'm not going to name her name and embarrass her, but she is a great worker. We are very proud of her. And Michael owes us an apology. The second thing I want to talk about are the people in his office. He has some great people. I mean, he has some great people working there. I've worked here for 10 years, and there are a lot of people there in his office that work very hard. People that I really enjoy working with. A few that have moved over to the prosecutor's office that we miss very much. I'm not going to name any names either because they're still working there. But I just want people to know that it's not their fault that all this is going on, and I hope it really doesn't impact their image in public, because we do have a lot of very good people to work there in that office. I appreciate the time.
Thanks, Alex.
Thanks.
Sorry
Alex.
that I've known you a long time and it's very disparaging. Okay, next. I'm being seen. All right, Carol?
Motion for the approval of previous minutes of board meeting number 41, Thursday, October 16, 2025, and approval of bills for payment.
Second.
Roll call?
Commissioner DeFabio,
Yes.
Commissioner Middy,
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficant,
Yes, advertisement for bids, number one, sanitary, Jill?
Good morning, Commissioners. This is for the Poland Village Pedestrian Bridge Improvement number 542, and it is a rebid.
Okay, thank you. Carol?
Motion for the approval of advertisement for bids number 1.
Second.
Roll call?
Commissioner DeFabio,
Yes.
Commissioner Middy,
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficant,
Yes, journal entry?
Motion for the approval of journal entry number 1.
Second.
Roll call?
Commissioner DeFabio,
Yes.
Commissioner Middy,
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficant,
Yes, two agreements, A and B. We'll begin with the auditors. Oh, hi.
Yes, the Auditor's GIS Department Amendment number 1 with Pictometry International Corp. For the Pictometry Connect software license renewal and the amount of $3,300. It's non-general.
Is that the flyover?
Yes, it's the aerial views that we use for appraisal.
Gotcha.
Come over your house every day.
Yeah, probably. And sheriff, who do we have here from the sheriff?
Adam.
Adam? No? Anybody?
Jimmy.
Jimmy?
Oh, he's
Go ahead.
actually.
Good morning, everyone. This is an agreement with Greenwood Chevrolet. It's repairs to a Chevy Tahoe. Estimated amount $5,244.44. It's a non-general expenditure.
Thank you, sir. Motion?
Motion for the motion for the approval of number 2 agreements A and B.
Second. Roll call?
Commissioner DeFabio,
Yes.
Commissioner Middy,
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficant,
Yes, change orders 3A, facilities, Alan?
Morning, Commissioners. A is a change order number 1 with KL Quality Construction LLC for remodeling of the probate court hearing room in the amount of $1,820 general funds.
Thank you. Motion?
Motion for the approval of number 3 change orders A.
Second.
Roll call?
Commissioner DeFabio,
Yes.
Commissioner Middy,
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficant,
Yes. Resolutions?
Motion for the approval of resolutions number 1 addition.
Second.
Roll call?
Commissioner DeFabio,
Yes.
Commissioner Middy,
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficant,
Yes, moving on, we have resolutions, letters A through L. We'll begin with letter A, and that's the auditor's office. Alex?
Board of Commissioners, a resolution approving the moral obligation payment of $7,954.45 to County Risk Sharing Authority for a deductible invoice.
Thank you, sir. And letters B and C, I'm going to turn that over to Jen Pangio, our Director of OMB.
Yep, good morning. B is a resolution to direct the expenditure of opioid settlement funds to the Mahoning County Mental Health and Recovery Board in the amount of $35,000. And C is a resolution to direct the expenditure of opioid funds to the Mahoning County Felony Drug Court in the amount of $75,000. And we have Judge Durkin and Dwayne here if they want to talk on it.
There he is. He's right
Oh,
here.
there, sorry. Right.
Sir, you don't have to give your name and address. I think we're good.
I know.
Commissioners, good morning.
Morning.
You have a lot on your agenda, but if you would allow me just a few minutes.
Absolutely.
You speak of time going too quickly. I can't believe it's been over 28 years since I stood in this room and addressed the Board of Commissioners as it relates to my plans on starting a drug court in this county. At the time, there was one other drug court, and it was in Hamilton County, Ohio. So we were actually the second drug court established in the state. Today, to give you some perspective, there are over 165 drug courts in our state. Yesterday, the Supreme Court came up to recertify our docket, and it was indicated that their site visit, she would in fact approve us for recertification to continue for again another 2 years.
Good, nice.
In terms of the accomplishments of our program, the commissioners, the county, the treatment, Dwayne and Brenda, the Mental Health and Recovery Board, have been incredible in providing both financial and tangible support to our program. In the 28 years that we've been operating, we have seen over 1,600 people successfully complete the program. And I can tell you that completing the program is about a lot more than just recovery. It's about addressing needs such as a GED. It's about addressing needs such as employment, vocational training. We have the OOD and Flying High and Meridian and TASK and Travco and so many other agencies that contribute to the success of our individuals. Of the 1,600 that have graduated, I can tell you that over 65% of the people who enter a plea of guilty successfully complete the program. And over the 28 years, our recidivism rate is less than 9%. So we are incredibly, let me put it this way. It's the best part of my job. It's the one thing that I've been doing for 28 years that as frustrating as it can be, it is also that rewarding when we can see people get their lives back. So on behalf of myself individually, the Felony Drug Court, the Mental Health Recovery Board, I would like to thank you for extending these funds from the opioid settlement to continue the operations of the program.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge, very much.
And I just want to say a few words on that. I've been to the graduations and I've seen what Judge Durkin and his staff and all of the mental health providers who are there at all of the graduations. And I believe this is the way we need to start to move ahead of the game. Because I heard stories there of people that I may have seen in the past and different, other than in getting rehabbed. And I look and I think, my God, all they need is a hand. And you did. So kudos.
Judge, it's probably the most successful court, probably in the state, maybe in the country. What you've done some 28 years ago today, and the numbers don't lie, 9% respect to recidivism, giving these folks a second chance at life to live again, to earn again, and to come back into society. Thank you to you and your court and your staff for giving us in our community this opportunity to help our people, because all they want is a handout. There's people who are, and believe me, I know a lot of people are suffering from addiction. And they've done some stupid things that they would not have done if it wasn't because of their substance abuse. So having that court there, having you there to give them that opportunity, this is money well worth. And I wish we could give you more money. A larger portion of that settlement should be going to drug courts for addiction in our whole country. It's not that hard to figure out. You have a successful model. I want to personally congratulate you. I've known you for many years. You're an outstanding judge, and God bless you. Thank you.
And you see you see the families there. That's what, I mean, they embrace you more so than their sibling, because you brought their loved one to health again. You know, we need to tough love is drug addiction. From a family standpoint, it's tough love. Alcoholism, tough love. Because you gotta wait till these people hit the ground and fall on their face, and then you pick them up, bring them to where they could get help. And I tell you, I wish, like Anthony says, I know the city with Judge Milledge had something with the veterans and alcoholism and that back when I was a councilwoman. But what I see in your court, unbelievable.
Thank you.
So keep that up way after I'm gone.
Gino.
Who's gonna ask Nancy if she didn't know? You're just kidding, I'm kidding.
I'm
You know,
gonna
that
put you
those
on a
funds-
timer.
Those funds are from the nationwide settlement for the opioid dollars. And we look at where they could be best be used. The scourge that was that time, it ruined so many lives and everything else. The only benefit from that is being able to help where we could help. With the Mental Health Recovery Board, we've helped your court. So there's no silver lining in what happened. But at least, you know, it's a way to fix some of the wrongs that were brought on by that scourge of pushing that horrible drug. Very true. And we're absolutely 100% in support of you and your court and what you did.
Thank you.
Thank
The
you.
one thing I did not mention in terms of the amount of money, it's going to go to random drug testing. It's going to go to sober living because you mentioned a lot of these people come in without family support. So the
Right.
one thing that we can do is address that through housing because they don't have any place to go. Peer support recovery is a huge amount, a benefit provided to these people. So to give you an idea and everybody an idea of where those monies are going to go through the program. So thank you again.
Yes, appreciate it.
We also have to thank Dwayne and his agency and his staff for a great job that you do as well, helping with addiction in this community. Yes, go ahead.
Mahoning County, you're on an outstanding job with this opiate money. You're doing it right. You're looking at it, make sure it meets the abatement strategies with the prosecutor's office, and then we're able to fund it. I'm saying you're probably one of the leaders in the state with these dollars. And this was all, and I'm your appointment to the state board, but you know, when they want to do a better job, the tobacco money came and went. We knew where it went. This money's now going to good use. So for the next like 13 years, I think we'll be okay. So thank you. You're doing an excellent job.
Mr. Wayne, thank you. Thank you. Anybody else comment on the drug court, mental health court? No? Okay, Anna, grants management, where's she at? There she is.
Good morning, Commissioners. Nancy. This is a resolution approving the Second Amendment within Volta LLC, now known as ARC, for the indefeasible rights of use agreement related to the Mahoning, Youngstown, Ohio Regional Information Systems. Also, I pronounce it MIORIS. Everybody has a couple different ways. And this agreement will utilize $117,875 for the Veterans Services Commission new building, 1915 Belmont Avenue. This is part of the commissioner's fiber expansion that you have laid out throughout the county to 70 different buildings. And this is just another one since they were not in existence when you first entered into the agreement. So now that they're getting their new building, we're gonna extend the fiber.
I'd like to commend you, Anna, on the hard work that you've put in with this. This is one of the most complicated and confusing things. There's many balls in the air. You've done a great job getting this situated. Colonel Kennedy, any comments?
Is it Colonel?
I think it's Colonel. I call him Colonel.
Commissioners, I want to thank you for your due diligence in making sure that we get into that building in a timely fashion. Us getting live and online is everything, getting to veterans records. We just had a meeting this morning before the trench and or the fiber gets dug and put in place. The Western Reserve Port Authority's agreed to give us some 5G capability as a stopgap so that we don't lose any service or we can start to move people to the north side. So timely issue, yes. We appreciate your approval of this. But we do have a means to kind of bridge from where we are currently up to the north side. So thank you.
How's that looking? I met up there in a couple of weeks.
Just up there this morning for the first time, Commissioner, and it looks great. Port Authority's done a wonderful job. The architect's done a wonderful job. And we're looking at them approaching you for us to occupy in the first week of November of this year.
Wow, that's quick. That's pretty quick.
Quick.
Absolutely.
So you're gonna be a North Sider then, I see.
You are going to be North Siders, yes.
So you may join my club then.
We'll be there. Thanks so much.
Brian, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Human Resources. Dina, there she is.
Letter E is for a resolution approving the renewals and funding rates with Medical Mutual of Ohio effective January 1, 2026. Letter F is a resolution approving the agreement with Vision Benefits of America in partnership with True Assure Insurance Company for voluntary supplemental dental benefits via payroll deduction effective January 1, 2026. And G is a resolution approving the extension and renewal rate schedule for basic life and basic AD&D effective January 1. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dina. And Jobs and Family.
Good morning, Commissioners and Nancy. I'm on for Audrey Morales today. So letter H is a resolution approving an unpaid leave of absence for one employee of the department.
Thank you, Michelle. And Purchasing, Mr. Fortunato.
Commissioners, everyone. Section 30712 of the Ohio Revised Code pertains to unneeded, surplus and unfit personal property. The threshold has been changed from $2,500 to $5,000. This resolution or approval is for two resolutions that we have for ongoing programs. It helps Ellen with facilities. It helps us with IT. This increase will make it a lot easier for disposable items.
Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you. See, with Jimmy, we get the ORC version. Like that. He's brilliant with that. And
Code.
sanitary.
This is a resolution approving the appointment of one project engineer for our department.
All right, thank you. And Sheriff Grants Management, Anna? Or
I think Adam's on.
is Adam back? Adam?
He was.
We got Joe on the screen.
Yeah, we can't see.
Anna, go ahead.
Thank you, Commissioners. This is a resolution in support of the grant application to the Ohio Office of Criminal Justice Services for the fiscal year 2025 Edward Byrne Memorial Justice Assistance Grant in the amount of $104,844.19 with a 25% match. That will come, I believe it says on the resolution, from the sheriff's budget for that 25% match. And this grant is to support the Mahoning Valley Law Enforcement Task Force. Letter L is a resolution in support of the application to the Ohio Office of Criminal Justice for the 2026 Recovery Ohio grant in the amount of $100,001.39 with no match required. That will also go to support the Mahoning Valley Law Enforcement Task Force.
Thank you very much. Motion?
Motion for the approval of three resolutions, A through L.
Second, roll call.
Commissioner DeFabio.
Yes.
Commissioner Petty.
Yes.
Yes, for the good of the order, any elected officials or department heads care to comment? Yes. How you doing?
Morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Susan.
About a year ago, a little over a year ago, you approved remodeling the law library. I'm happy to report we're almost done. And we'll be having an open house next week. Hoping it can come up after your meeting.
Thank you.
And I want to thank Alan. He was so helpful and patient with me through all of this. You really did a great job in picking Alan to head the facility.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alan, any comments? It's a nice thing.
And don't forget to give her the envelope before she leaves.
Actually, thank you for Susan. She actually pushed very hard for that project. She wasn't first on my list, to be honest. But it was a good learning experience as it was my first project for this county. And it has turned out wonderful. And I encourage everyone here to go up and take a look because we were really able to keep the historic of the library and still provide modern space for in the future.
Did they keep the original flooring?
Oh, yeah.
The little
Repaired it.
terrace? No
Actually
kidding.
repaired it, yes.
Wow, I can't wait to see
At
that.
Alan's insistence, because I wanted to be cheap.
I remember that you were the chief. You were the chief, he was a worker. Is that it?
Oh, it was expensive, but it was worth it.
Well, you know, I didn't see. You know, I gotta tell you, I was in 69, I was told to go get my notary seal, and we had to do it in the law library. Everything was in the law library then, all legal things, the attorneys, the whole 9 yards. And you walked in and everything was original, all the old wood and just the history that was there. And you look at the books. Anybody that has a chance to go to that library with a group of children from schools, I think that would be the best adventure for our young people in the schools, is take a bus trip down and just look at those old docket books to see back in the day, the things that are there. And now that you've restored it to some of its original look, I think that just makes the courthouse the best in the county. And not even the county, the country. We have the best courthouse. If you look at pictures of Ohio courthouses, Mahoning County ranks #1. That's all I gotta say. I'm proud of that.
Anyone else?
Shut up, Gino.
Don't say a word, Carol.
Don't say a word.
Great. Gino, Carol,
Go
Gino.
ahead, Carol, that's all you had to say. Are you done now? You got some more. It's your turn.
I don't know. I may come over and sit next to you and continue to speak for the rest of the afternoon. I don't know.
I can talk.
No, I just want to thank everybody.
I'll go to
that's
lunch
here.
while you talk.
Yes.
Well, I'll go with you then.
There you go. Let's go.
Somebody's there.
See you here.
No, I just want to thank everybody, the judge, Dwayne, Anna, for your work with all of this, with helping them navigate some of this. You've been to the courts with me, to the graduations. And I mean, and I'll say this, and it'll be coming up again probably in a couple months, I think, for graduation. Am I right, Dwayne? For the drug court graduation, it's like basically in the summer, around June. Yeah, but if you have to go and see, you really have to be a part of that, because it's unbelievable how the families embrace their loved one, but they go embrace the judge and the mental health people that have helped their kids get to that point. And they're not kids. I mean, they're not my age, but they're not kids. And some of them have children on their own. So I'm excited when we could help someone that's the most underserved. And I don't think we're the most underserved anymore. I think we're really trying to put our money to good use for the people in Mahoning County. A lot of people have issues. You know, it's not like it was in the 70s or 50s when I grew up, or some of us grew up. It's different today. And peer pressure's bad, bullying's bad. It's all part of what we need to do to be in government and help the most underserved population, whether it's mental health, ED, drug addiction. So have a good weekend. God bless you and enjoy.
Gino.
I'll start again, Gino, so shut up.
I just want to say, as far as the opioid funds, like I said, the reason why we got those funds, it's horrible what happened and everything else, but we want to use them the best suit the needs. And I think we're doing that by helping the judge. We help the wellness center, mental health. I mean, there's no better way to do that than to help help people with recovery from that scourge. I call it was a scourge. Now, on my friends in the back, I will tell you, you use our meeting as a forum. But I'm not gonna sit here quietly when you come and accuse our law enforcement, be they local, state, or federal, accuse them of crimes. When they're fighting, sir, it's my time.
One at a time, please.
Really, you had your chance. I'm just telling you, there's no argument, because I'm just telling you. I don't like you using our forum for you to come out and with your BS, frankly. That's not right. And I won't sit here quietly and I smirk at everybody. I smile at everybody. Your friend who's sitting out in the hall now, he said I smirk. I did smirk. I do smile. I'm a happy guy. But you're not going to come here and disparage our local, state, or federal law enforcement officers. We got, this is actually a war. It's a bad thing that's happening. You have to pick a side. I've picked the side of law enforcement and justice. I don't, you can come here every week and advocate, and I've about had it. Because I don't think that, we should give you a platform to say that kind of stuff, because it's not right. You always leave out the part about the illegals and the criminal part of it. You always leave that out. These people aren't out here hurting people. We're trying to make it safe, make America safe. For 4 years, we don't know what came into this country. And the bad ones are getting out, and that's going to continue. And anything I can do, and my colleagues could agree with me or not, but we're going to help in that initiative completely and 100%. Just so you understand that. It always upset me when people would come and they talk to the commissioners and they say, well, this isn't the time or the place. Well, this is a time for a forum. But I know where you stand and you know where I stand. But if you want to keep coming back, I'm going to ask the same questions. But I'm not going to allow you just unabated to rip into our law enforcement. I'm not going to allow it. Any one of you. I'm not going to have it. Just understand that. And as far as Alex, anybody who knows me, when I agree with Dave Beatrice and the Democratic Party, it's hell hath frozen over.
Hey.
Hell hath frozen over. You know that, Carol. We don't bring politics into what we do here. And that, especially with this case, what this guy said about the community, people in the community, other elected officials, and the way he's conducting himself is totally wrong. It's reprehensible. And I think he should resign immediately, because it's just not, is that what people voted? I don't think that's what people voted for. They didn't vote for that. And the clerk of courts, everything in the courts, all our whole judicial system goes through that office. If we don't have the trust in that guy, what can we do? you can't. He has to resign. I think he should resign immediately.
I have to agree with that.
Thank you. Well,
And I'm a
I'm saying it's
Democrat.
just for the sake of the county and
I've never
everybody else.
seen it like that.
It's horrible.
And what I looked at,
Yeah, this
thing?
unbelievable.
yes, yeah, that's how
It's
he
uncalled
talks and
for.
acts.
And I was like,
Carol, I don't say those things about you. And Jesus.
you gotta remember one thing, if you would, you'd have to know damn shit. I'd be right up
130
in
votes,
there.
Carol. 130 votes.
They go back and forth.
But I just.
Everybody have a great weekend. Anthony?
Okay.
You can fix
Sure.
yours.
No, look, we appreciate everybody's comments and opinions, and, this is America, and everybody has a right to say what they'd like to say. We try to keep it low key as much as we can here. We get involved in national issues, and as Mr. DeFabio said, this is a very heated topic, and it actually cuts both ways. And I think the federal government, and I'm going to get into that, with respect to that and the shutdown, is severely going to hurt our poor people, our Medicaid programs, our SNAP programs. I talked to Audrey Morales, our director at JFS, and it's a possibility, unless the state steps in, because the state supposedly has funds, the people aren't going to get their SNAP benefits next month, and it's Thanksgiving. So what are people going to do who can't eat? So if Congress can't come together to fund the government until they work out whatever it is that they're doing, you're going to put people in more of a precarious crisis situation in this community. And Audrey did say that despite whatever the state is saying in the federal government, that her staff is going to continue to take applications for benefits. So that's going to continue, but please call your congressman, call your senators, write letters. We need the government to be open. All of a sudden, this is all going to bottleneck. And the people who are going to get hurt are the most vulnerable people. People who are on assistance who can't really, unfortunately, help themselves. And we don't want that to happen in our community. There's enough pain and suffering right now with people trying to keep a roof over their head, drugs and food on their table, okay, paying their car insurance, and maybe dealing with a specific illness that they may have. So things aren't easy. Please, let's hope that the government opens back up and the pipeline of cash starts coming in to help our most vulnerable people. That's really all I have to say with that. And Nancy, our next meeting?
Next.
You know,
Go ahead, Gina.
I was remiss in mentioning the trooper that was
Oh, please.
killed this week.
Go ahead.
That's a horrible tragedy. I drove a truck. Anybody doesn't know, I drove a truck for 30-some years. And getting off the back of the truck, if I had to check something on the back of the load or something, you stand on a highway, even though you could be 10 feet away from a car, you stand outside with a truck flying by. It's scary. It's scary. And they have that law, slow down or move over or get pulled over. If you see lights or you see somebody, even, I mean, it doesn't have to be a first responder emergency vehicle. You got to get out of the way. Because you don't know that, that gentleman that caused that accident, he didn't want that day. He didn't want that. He'll have to live with that for the rest of his life. But it's almost an avoidable tragedy. You got to pay attention. You got to put your phones down. And if you see flashing lights, I mean, you can be pissed off because you're stuck in traffic. It doesn't matter. You got to move over and you got to slow down because
Scary.
that guy, everything I've heard about that gentleman, he was a hell of a guy. He was a football coach. Everybody loved him. And he's gone.
Comstock last
Yeah.
night at the event we were at, spoke about
He's
him.
gone in a second. In a second. Everybody's lives are changed. His family, the driver's family that was his truck broke down, the guy driving the truck. And it all could have been avoided with just paying attention, the simplest of things. So God bless that trooper and all our law enforcement every day, all of the law enforcement.
Thank you for that, Gina. Okay, Nancy, our next meeting?
Could be next Thursday right here.
Okay, motion to adjourn.
To adjourn.
Second.
Roll call?
Commissioner DeFabio,
Yes.
Commissioner Rizzetti,
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficant.
Thank you, everyone.